Hello and welcome my friend. And then I am planning to give you information that how you can repair this broken mask grill in your car, truck or SUV. And here I have damage that there has been happened big hole in there, and I can now repair this thing because I have these old parts in my hand. And next I will show that how I use glue, and you can also do that repair in your car, truck or SUV. Okay, and let's go to forward. Okay, and this job starts so that if I have possibility to take this mask grill away, it is better in this replace. But if I can't take that grill away, I can install these old parts back in that hole. And I next show that what kind of parts I have. Okay, and I have these three parts what belongs in here, and next I need to install these parts back. Okay, and that's in my case I can take this my mask grill away because there are screws in that inner area. And next I open those bolts. Okay, and really, when I like to take this mask grill away, in this my car, this Lexus car, there is possibility that I can take these screws away in this back area. Okay, and now I open this my hood and bonnet, there is switch, and now we can see in that inner area. And let's go to look this bonnet area next and hood area. Okay, and now when we look this mask grills, these areas, there are 10mm bolts in there. Okay, and there is my 10mm spanner in here, and there is this bolt and nut, and there is first one. And in here we have also in this front area, in here, that area, we have also bolt. And now I open all of these bolts in that mask grill back area. Okay, and I have now this electric impact driver and 10mm socket. And let's look that there is this first in here, that how I open. Opening direction is in this way. Okay, good. And there is small 10mm this bolt in that area. Okay, and then I remove all of these 10mm bolts in that back area. Okay, and now I have take 5 bolts away and nuts, and then there is this hood switch, and I have to open also these two these screws in that area, because there is this cable what goes in that area, and I can open these bolts, or then in here is also one bolt, and I think that that one is easier to open this back area. There's this back area's nut, this 10mm, and I open this nut and bolt also. Okay, good. This is this bolt, nice bolt, and now this hook part opens. And really note, this is this nice hood locking, this metallic connector. Now this my grill opens nicely. Excellent, it is in here. And back area, it looks like that. And there is also possibility to change this Lexus logo. This is nice. Okay, and then we looked at where was these bolts. There was one keeping bolt in down area second, and in that side one, and one in there, and one in here, and one in here. Okay, and this is really this Spitz hood, this safety metallic lock device. Good. Okay, and now when I am repairing this my mask grill, first step is to install. I have to install these old parts back in here, and then I have to clean these joints and these connection parts so clean that they take nice contact in here. And let's look at how this fits back, because after that I install in good quality elastic glue in here, and this good quality elastic glue is in this Sika Flex. This is clear glue, or you can also use black Sika glue. This is also elastic and excellent glue, and this is so fantastic products. And like this Sika Crystal Clear 112 is excellent Sika Flex brand, and we can purchase this in Amazon.com and eBay.com, like in USA and Europe. Okay, and now I installed this broken parts back. This part becomes in that area, in here. Good. It goes nicely in, and handle these parts carefully. And these parts belongs in here. Good. And then this final part, this one, it goes in this area. In that way. Okay, excellent, looks good. And now I have to install these parts so tight than possible, because any hole is bad thing. And now I believe that these are quite nicely. Now this goes nicely, and how about that one? And this one is the final part that I have to match nicely. Okay, little bit installation, and these are good to set up so well than possible. This is the important thing. And now I adjust especially this one. Okay, and now I have installed these parts nicely in back. And note also that this is like there is some old repair what has been made person, what is no professional person. He or she is like rookie, no any expert, and there is this bad looking glue items, and I can remove these old glue items, but now I only install that in same way back. I can scratch if I like to be super professional, because these are some novice and rookies repairs. But now I will explain to you this idea, and then we need some support frames. Okay, and in engineering we need all time, if some part is broken and cut, we need support frames. And steel is the best one. And now I rotate that in another direction, that we can look this area. And in this back area I have to next install some support frames in here, in these areas. And now I plan to install in this their alloy plates. Okay, and now I have visited really in this Home Depot store, and this is like standard aluminium, these plates what we use in home constructions, what we can purchase in these home different sides and walls. And now I plan that I install this in this way in here, very nicely, small cuts in here, that area, 3 pieces. And then I need to cut these, but before of that I will measure that how long parts I need. Okay, and there is my pencil, what I recommend to you. Sharpie made in USA is the best one. And now I think the first part is that one, and a little bit shorter part, this is like number 1. I installed that in this up area, and then second part is number 2. This is this area in here, number 2 part, and then final part is this the lowest part, and in here this is number 3. And then I need to use my saw or cutting disc, and let's go to cut these parts next. Here is my nice steel vise, what we can also purchase from Amazon.com. And now I install this is first cut in here, second and third. Okay, I start my job in here, and I install this area in here, and this is my first cut in here. I cut firstly this one and then that one, and for that purpose, if you have purchased from Amazon.com this Makita battery angle grinder and a cutting disc, it's easy to cut. And next I take my protective equipments, because this is always dangerous. Okay, and this job we need Scott or 3M's protective eyeglasses, and then 3M's these protective hearing protectors. Okay, good. And then I start my Makita in this switch. Okay, nice work, and then final cut, it was in here, this one. Okay, and now my parts are ready, and I can little bit sand these sides that they are nicer, these areas. And I install this thing in here, and I little bit make this more nicer. Then this another side also, that one, this area more. Okay, and then we go to install these parts in this grill, mass grill. Okay, and now when we look at how my support part fits in here, there is this lowest part, it goes nicely in this way in here, that one. And then second one is number 2, it goes nicely in here, and then final one goes nicely in that area. Excellent. And next I have to install in here this my elastic glue, and then these parts are nicely, and I can also add in here this of course glue in this joint, but this is the most critical thing. And then I take my tool. Okay, and then I need now new protective gloves, because this my Sika glue is harmful. It generates cancer. It is harmful to our skin, and that's I have to use now these protective gloves. Okay, and there are these gloves, and these protect my skin on this glue, because this glue is really fantastic contact, and it takes really hard grip to my skin, and it is harmful. It generates this cancer. Okay, and there's really this my tool, this glue compression tool, and normally when we open this package we have to rotate this one, and we have to do hole in this area, but I have already used that, and nose is in here. I rotate that in back, and there's cap hat. I remove that, and then I install this my glue in this my compression tool, and a little bit move this area inner. Good, and there is this trigger what I need to press, and after that pressing, glue comes out in this nose. Yes, look. Excellent. And now I install that my glue in these areas, all of these areas. From here it is better to use more or than too low amount, and I can take away extra amounts in that way. Excellent. And then I can use my fingers in this way. Excellent, this is nice. And then I take this part 3, and I can install glue also that back area, because then we have better result in that way. Excellent. And it is easy to make this plain surface, and in that this corner gives extra this support. Now I install this my frame in here, and I compress that in that way. Excellent, it looks good. Okay, and at the same time it is good to rotate this my grill in another side and check also that what this looks like in here, this area. And now I notice that this this alloy part is looking in here, and this is not my purpose, and that's I have to cut this area, this my steel part smaller. Okay, and now I have really situation that this my parts, they are too thick, that area in here, and I have to make this smaller, that it is like invisible, this area. And now I have to take this part away, and it has been take a little bit grip, and this glue becomes really this dry within about 30 minutes, and that's I have to be now fast. Okay, and now I do this I take this extra too thick material away. Okay, and this is this extra material, and now this my part is thinner. Excellent. Okay, and then we continue, and now this my parts are thinner, and I made this last part a little bit smaller, but still there is a little bit this support and structure, that it is this is more durable when we have this joint in here. And I install more glue in here again, in that way, and in that another side also, this way. Good. Now there's quite much this stuff, but I can remove that. Excellent. And now I install this my frame in here, and I compress that inside, and if I have small clamps I can do this better, but this is nice way. And then I install this smoothly, these sides. Excellent. And now it's very good. And then I rotate that in another side, that we can check what it looks like in here. And now when we look that area in here, now it's hidden. Excellent. Now it works, and then I check that everything is plain. I can install glue also this hole a little bit, but I think that this is quite nice. When we look a little bit far away, it looks good, and then I do this next line. Okay, and then I install glue in this next line also, in here to here, and this takes about 5 to 10 hours to dry totally, and remember that. Now I install this my part nicely in here. Excellent. And a little bit compression, and so deep. Good. And also in these side areas, that way, and in here. Now it is really durable joint. All holes are good to install full of this glue. And this repairs, most important thing is this, that we have to be this high quality glue, this Sika glue. This is the trick. And this part really lasts 10 to 20 years. This is excellent. And then final part, this part, firstly glue in here, that way, then in another side in here. Good. Okay, and now I install this part also. Excellent. And in here, nicely, good. And that one in there, and then final compression. This compression is critical. That way, excellent. And then I install still in glue in these side areas. In that way, also in this up area. Okay, and all. And this part, when I have finished the job, we can drive 100 miles, and this part is durable. Excellent. And next I change this direction in another side. We can look this. We can look that area here. Here is this my area, and now I have to install this my glue also in these small holes in here, in that little bit in there, this and there, and in that area. And then I use my finger and I press this glue in these holes.
Okay, and then that one and this final one. And finally I have to take this extra glue away in all areas in this way. Okay, and this looks even nice, and then these areas I have to connect these sides also. Here, and I install glue in also in that areas next. Okay, and this side area I install my glue in this all holes full, because then it is durable, and this is really excellent elastic glue, and I use my finger and I press these things in that way. Excellent. In this way, good. Okay, and now I think that these all things are ready, and then I can remove this my protective gloves, and we can look that this area is nicely, and especially this front area. And we look in that area. Now these parts are nicely. Now I even use my, and then I check these areas in here. Okay, and the final part is that I need clean cotton cloth, and I have to clean these all glue spots in that area, because it is now easy to remove, because this is not yet dry. And then after that I think that now I can let this thing to dry about 10 hours, and then this repair is ready. Good.
Okay, and here we can see the final result, and everything looks good. And thank you, my friend, for watching, and have a nice day to you. Okay, and here we can see this final repairs results, and these results look very good when we compare in the starting point, and we can be very happy because now mask grill is looking good and it is also durable. Thank you.